Going to El Salvador shook things up for me.
And basically this trip was just so meaningful.
I think the things that impacted me most were speaking to people.
One of the purposes of the course is to instruct students and then get them out of the bubble.
The value of this class and trip is that students have an opportunity to incorporate learning with real tangible on-the-ground experiences.
There is a big difference between what I learned in the class and what I ended up learning when I went to El Salvador.
What's really special about this trip is it's not a service trip. It is a learning trip.
The Salvador experience, we find, gives them a sort of 3D vision of problems. They see the depth, they see the close-up, and they're involved in the process.
It's probably one of the most fulfilling parts of this work for me and this vocation is to see young people really internalize something, to own it, to be authentic about it.
And that gave me more of a perspective of how important it is social justice and like what structures are you supporting that are causing the world to have such big discrepancies.
My host mom, she actually was telling me that she was getting some funds together from the women in the community to actually send off to Haiti. And there were just, lessons like that, huge lessons that I learned from them and that I'll always carry with me.
It took me aback because when I'm here at Stanford, I tend to think of myself as like a minority student and someone who doesn't have really access to resources, but in a global context, when we visited in Salvador, we realized that we're really privileged. We go to understand from the people what they want to tell us. We don't come in with presumptions.
That's it?
Yeah.
I like to think about it as we travel that 6 or 8 inch distance from the head to the heart. And when you take all that theory and that knowledge and you put yourself in a place that really allows that distance to be traveled, I think that's what we're trying to do.
To remember and reconnect with the power of humans.
A lot of the learning that takes place, they may not realize it for weeks, months, years.
It's still working on us, these kinds of experiences, and that's what changes our lives.
It's refocused me, and I'm hoping to do a master's thesis on religious divisions and how Protestantism and Catholicism work together in El Salvador.
You can't really put a value on this or a price tag on this.
It makes them look at themselves as much as look at the country, make up their mind how they want to act in justice and compassion for people.
Hearing about their lives and their struggles really reminded me about what's important to me and brought me back to a part of myself that I feel like I had lost.
And the fact that we're able to do this is just, it's such a gift.
Stanford, I think, prides itself in making its students global citizens. And this class does that in spades.